I'll be frank with you, my marriage was miserable. It was verbally abusive and miserable. And I know I'm not the only person who've gone through this experience. It was bad to an extent that I had depression, I had suicidal thoughts. I just couldn't comprehend why this whole thing could be happening to me. Hi there. Welcome to the Love Movement. I'm your host, Asanda. Thank you for joining us on this new season. Thank you for your comments and subscribing into our YouTube channel. We appreciate all your love and your support. And please continue to journey with us on this new season. Well, where do I even begin? If you're new to this, you will know that, as I've said before, my name is Asanda. I'm a mother of two beautiful kids. I'm happily divorced. I mention happily divorced for a reason for me, because to me, being happily divorced is quite a testament of the goodness of God. I'll be frank with you, my marriage was miserable. It was verbally abusive and miserable. And I know I'm not the only person who've gone through this experience. It was bad to an extent that I had depression, I had suicidal thoughts. I just couldn't comprehend why this whole thing could be happening to me. And at that time, as much as I was a pastor's wife, I moved away from Christ, and I told him straight that I can't deal with this. I can't believe that you'd allow me to be in such a position. And amazingly, the Holy Spirit lovingly walked the journey with me and said, you know what? Just recite Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd. You know, even in the miserable state that you are in, understand that I'm with you. It took a while for me to understand. And the moment God opened my eyes and showed me that we do go through terrible experiences, but He never changes. We cannot limit God to only the experiences that we have in life. Am I by no means gaslighting anybody's pain or undermining any circumstances that a person goes through, but all I want to assure you is that God is a loving God. He continues to mold, support, and bring us into His loving arms despite anything that we go through. I'm a living testament of that. Yes, I was married. Yes, I was miserable. Yes, I was depressed. Yes, I was suicidal. But God brought me throughout all of that. And amazingly, He brought different people into my life. He brought different prayer warriors. I went through counseling. I went through therapy. I had to do all the work for me to get my healing. It's still a journey. I'm not done. But all I can assure you, every day it gets better. Every day you are more confident. You can see that for yourself. So please do not wallow up in your pain alone. Talk to people. Talk. You can even contact me and DM me so that we can stand together in prayer in all situations. Don't get me wrong with all that I'm saying. Marriage is a beautiful thing. Marriage is a beautiful union made by God. But it takes two to make it work. It takes two willing parties to make it work. It does not work when you are all on your own. So understand that you married, you are having problems, work on it, guys. I urge both of you as partners to just please, can you work on it? You don't want to get to the stage in your lives. Because what happens, you tend to question things that you're not even supposed to be questioning. And that is your pain speaking. So you need to understand that God remains God. God is love. He loved us before we even knew Him, actually, you know. And the beauty for me is that He not only just loved us, but He poured out His love into our hearts so that we are able to love Him back. Hence we say the love movement. But because it's a movement, we're moving forward in embracing and understanding this love of God. Let us not limit God, good people, to our experiences. He's much bigger than that. You know, we cannot compare him to any single human being out there because he's God and he's God alone. It's funny when you're in pain that you wallow up in so much self-pity that you don't even see the goodness around you. Remember, God uses individuals in our lives. And once I got over the depression, I then realized that he was holding my hand throughout the situation. You take the people in your life for granted because, for example, for me, my sister had always been there for me. So when I was going through this, I felt it's normal for her to be with me through this situation, but it wasn't. It is God's hand and his providence giving us that encouragement to take it step by step and take it day by day. I was in a predicament because, you know, when you're a pastor's wife, you are told that no, don't talk about your problems, don't share with people what is going to happen to the church when you do that. And I've since realized that that is exactly what kills people. When you don't open up about your situation. I'm not saying open up to everybody, but you can choose the people that you are going to speak to, people that you know that whatever you are sharing with, they are gonna keep it to themselves. You are allowed to do that. Otherwise, those voices in your head will speak louder than any circumstance that you are going through. So I urge you, seek counsel, seek help, speak. And another thing about speaking out is that when you submit yourself to counsel, it is not an easy thing. Because when you submit yourself to counsel, you need to listen to your counselors. There was a point in this journey, I actually physically and literally wanted to puke. Because as I was working through this divorce, my counselors, I had 2 couples that were counseling us. And they said, no, I want you to go home. Can you just draw a list of your expenses, your investments, everything, and your incomes, and come and sit down and share with us? It was the most painful thing for me to do, to open up about my finances to people, to total strangers. But I had to be faithful in that situation. It was a pure test of my submission in a situation like that. It doesn't come easy. So as much as I'm saying, get the help, but you must be willing to receive it when you get it. And submit yourself to the process of getting help. Because it doesn't help if you say you are getting help, but you get there, you don't want to open up about your situations. So the first person you need to speak to is yourself and understand that as much as I'm looking for help, am I willing to open up? Am I willing to be vulnerable? Am I willing to be advised? It's doable, but it's definitely not easy. So good people, let us embrace the changes that come with us wanting help in our lives. No man is an island, as they typically say. So please, can we just work on it? Let us work on ourselves so that we can get better. It's not going to happen overnight. It is a journey, but it is so doable. So let's do this. Cheers for now.